episode 7 of the Gabbin Groupies. Guess
We
who's
missed
back
you
in the
guys.
house?
Yeah, it's
He was
been a minute.
click-clacking about.
We feel good. We were really excited to come into the studio today.
We're back.
Yeah,
We
we're
are.
so back.
We had to take a little mental health break for our Pride Month shenanigans, and also we just had no time in our busy schedules.
It
But
was jam-packed.
don't worry, we're going to let you know all about it in this episode.
Oh, yeah. Who wants to start us off?
Anyone else want to share anything to our listeners about how much we miss them?
We missed you guys. I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll get into this episode here. Our bimbo of the week. I mean, it's been the bimbo of the last 4 weeks. Because
Yeah.
that's how long it's been since we've seen you. A whole month. Bimbo of the month.
And she's been everywhere.
She has been everywhere. Jordan hasn't even seen her first film, her first feature
I
film.
haven't, but I am very familiar.
Yes, our bimbo of the week is Megan, the robot. Megan with the 3. She has been all around flipping and dancing, and now she's in an action-packed thriller.
She is with Trisha Paytas. She was with Cat's Eye.
She was
Who
with
else
Megan
was
Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. She's
Megan
with everyone.
Squared.
For sure.
Megan Squared for sure.
So Megan's been around, and that is honestly one of my favorite horror movies. Just because it's so bad. It's like a little satire.
It was so funny.
Yeah. So Jordan, I think that needs to be on our agenda here to watch it.
Yeah, it has been on my list. I just haven't done the time to.
I will just never forget seeing it in the theater. And there was this one scene in a park. And after she just does something really crazy, and Brady and I in the theater were like,
She runs on all
she
fours.
runs on all fours.
It's really funny. And there's
it was
also a
so
part
funny.
where so do you know the premise of the film?
No.
So
Oh.
basically for our listeners, our Gabbin Groupies, and Jordan, the premise of the first film is Megan is like this new AI technology that's coming into kids' families to help not only support them, but also protect them and be their friend. So Megan goes to this girl whose parents just died, and she's living with her older sister.
And the sister's one of the creators.
Yeah.
She
of
works
Megan.
on this doll robot situation.
And then obviously things go awry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But now she's just a baddie as well, which is an amazing thing to have
Yeah.
in our culture. Just a little girl baddie robot with the brain of everything, of Siri. I guess.
a serial killer also.
Yeah, she's also a serial killer. And then she sings Titanium.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how she won us over.
And
Because it's the most serious thing, and she goes, I'm bulletproof.
in this really high voice, and it calms the little girl down, and then she starts killing everybody.
And she's also voiced by the girl who does the penny nickel dime penny nickel dime.
Yep. Which is also a baddie.
So there's baddies all around. There's bimbos all around.
Bimbos and baddies
are everywhere.
and I've always said that.
Yeah. So
That's our bimbo of the week.
that's
We
our bimbo
also
of the week, and that's also just the theme of life. Look out for bimbos everywhere you go, people.
and baddies.
And baddies.
Bimbos and baddies. Speaking of bimbos and baddies, there's also divas. There are also divas. And this week we have Who's This Diva? And it's Zara Larson, you guys.
We know this diva.
We know this diva, but I feel and I think collectively, we feel the U.S. specifically just has not given her flowers yet. I just don't think she's broken into the U.S. billboards the way she should have. Everybody knows Symphony. Everybody knows she has hits. You know what I mean? But
I will never forget you.
classic.
Can I just say something?
What?
I know that's your thought, but in my opinion, some of her music, I just can't get into it.
Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I
Lush
wanna.
Life, I will never include Lush Life in that group.
I
But
love that song.
It's kind of another loaded thing that I'm about to say, but it's kind of like Tinashe, where everyone's
She also
she's
has had a
slept
banger
on.
recently, though.
Well, she has bangers, but it's the reason it's not clicking is because most of the album's a skip.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I guess I've never tried to listen to either of them.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
the
we love Tinashe. Too
The
On
hits
is the
are-
best song
the
of all
hits-
time.
The hits are hitting.
Yeah, but
You know?
sometimes not everyone needs to be a full album
Album.
person. You know who isn't? Tate McRae.
Anyway,
I was like, do you have the Morgan Wallen jersey?
No.
But I'm just
Who
like,
do you
jerseys
think
too.
I am?
Jordan just outed you.
If the day I get outed as a Morgan Wallen fan,
Well, 'cause it's
somebody
a
send me to
Morgan Wallen
conversion
X
therapy.
Tate McRae merch, and it is
no.
this color.
I've
and it is a
literally never
jersey.
seen
Don't
it.
Tate
Oh,
McRae fans
great.
wear jerseys. That's
I
all.
don't know. Do they?
that's a
Probably.
thing.
I think that was part of her bit with the Think Later album.
It's okay. I'm okay. You know
I'm
the
not
girl on
saying that
TikTok.
you're wearing
Yeah.
Tate McRae merch.
It's okay. I'm okay.
The one who pretends to be like different people, like in a shopping mall, like in a department store.
Oh my god.
She like was giving Britney, but then she just kept saying, "It's okay, I'm okay."
It's okay. I'm okay.
But she was moving like Britney.
And
It
she's
was really
always
funny.
like that girl. She's with that girl that does a stellar Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she is.
yeah.
She's always with that one.
In the same corner of like the Boston
Yeah.
store. What are you doing in a Boston store?
Why are you in the basement of a Macy's?
And my question is, does the Boston store like does she have to ask permission?
Right.
No way.
Do they know her by now? Is it the same one?
They are
Why
like
does it-
literally in the basement, like
I-
in the China section.
And I
Like
feel
no
there's
one's
never
there.
Clothes in that corner. Like someone.
No.
put-
Sometimes she pushes the clothes to the side and
that
comes
too.
in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I like the ones where she's also pretends to be a robot. Megan. Segway. Or I guess that's more
I
of a
have not
connection.
seen the
But
robot
she's always
one.
like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
I don't know if I've seen that
It's really
one
funny.
either.
Well, because she pretends to be a robot that does impressions. So I think if you go to
What?
her account
Yeah,
and
I've
go
never done a deep dive. I've
Yeah.
just seen lots
Robot
of them
that
on
does
my For You page.
impressions.
yeah, so it's like
I didn't get
somebody
that
goes
far.
up and presses her, and then she turns into Britney, and then she goes like, "Du- du- 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 du," and then she malfunctions, and then turns into a different one. And then she goes, "It's okay, I'm okay."
You know what? She found her niche.
Yeah.
And
So
good for
next
her.
time you guys see her, you too, Groupie Gang, make sure you click on the page and really do a deep dive because I like get stuck for hours
Oh
watching them.
my god,
I
that
love
is
impressions.
crazy. You do.
You do.
I'm like really. I leave quite an
have to
impression.
study.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I
I
like
leave
to
quite
do
an impression.
impressions.
Oh yeah.
So that is just the moral of the story. I don't know her name at all. If I saw her on the side of the street, I don't know who that woman is.
I don't know who that woman is
Until she starts whipping out her impression.
until
okay,
she does.
okay.
Until she does that one specifically.
Oh,
I know you.
Right.
Do you
she
think
say
she has to
that?
like do that to get into like clubs? She's like, "Do you know who I am?" And they're like, "No," and she's like, "It's okay, I'm okay." And they're like, "Oh,
Have you
come
seen
on
that
in."
video of Addison Rae before she was Addison Rae? We have her in front for our
Can you tell what
visual
the moment might be?
Yeah.
There's a few. There's a
portion-
few moments.
Portion of. But have you seen that video of Addison Rae in Louisiana, like before she blew up, and she goes to the bouncer at a club?
Yes.
And she's like, "I'll show you my TikTok. Like, let me in for free."
No, I have seen that one. That one, and then what's the other one? I feel like she did a few.
Hydrated.
I was gonna.
I love
waiting for the
hydrated.
past 2
No,
minutes to say
boyfriend,
hydrated.
I'm nervous. I always say, boyfriend, I'm nervous.
Jordan, say hydrated.
Hydrated.
Hydrated. I say that one all the time, and I don't think anybody other than
I-
you guys ever gets that reference.
I make people clock it.
I-
But Zara Larson, yeah, I love her. She has a great voice.
Yeah.
She does fantastic presence. She can dance amazingly. I just think she needs to find the crew that can really help make those hits like
I think
Lush
she's
Life.
getting there.
Yeah. I
So
like her
she has
vocal flips
two-
on that new song.
Midnight Sun. I think.
Like,
Yes.
you heard that one?
I think the music video is really good. I think the like direction of this whole album so far is really good because she also has Pretty Ugly, that song, and that one's like really fun and like it's giving very much like summer album. But she's releasing it after summer. And she even said, she was like, yeah, we want to keep like summer going. And I was like, no, girl,
That's not how
your
that
team
works.
is just, I think her team's letting her down.
Sabotaging.
I think,
well,
yeah.
and also the whole creative direction. I think this left a sour taste in a lot of pop fans' mouths. Her creative direction for that one album when she's in the bedroom was like completely ripped from Hannah Diamond.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
I
and-
did see that, and I saw her like respond to that. I didn't even make that connection.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, other than like the singles, I haven't been paying much attention to her.
Yeah.
Every now and then, like I see one of her TikToks, and she's just like so nice to look at. So I'll just like look at her, and then I'll be like, okay.
Her team is also so obviously paying Twitter influencers to like say stuff about her because
Really?
because you look and they're always pinned because it's like you can if you're following someone even when you're on your feed it'll say pinned on top of the
That's
tweet.
some drama.
Imagine Twitter being the first place you go to pay influencers.
Well, I mean, I personally love going
You're
on
a big
Twitter.
I mean,
Twitter
I like
person.
going on Twitter, but I can't imagine like that being like my first.
I think that's where the gay pop fans are.
It's true.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
I guess.
I get my news and my content from there. TikTok, it's too much for me.
Not even. Yeah, I feel like it's like it's
perfect for my
Twitter is, like,
ADHD.
it feels so like organic. So then like
That's why they do it.
Paid. Yeah, I don't know.
That's why they do it. So,
I
even
guess,
the word
yeah, if,
vocal
like-
flip I got from one of those tweets where it was like, love these vocal flips. And it's like, who is going to say that?
Right. I mean,
And it's like
they
Maisie
are
Popstar,
they
you know
are
what I'm talking
good. Yeah, they are good vocal flips
Yeah.
though. Like, and she's doing them live.
Yeah.
It's not like a pre-recorded. She's doing them live. So honestly, like, good for her there. I think her team is like really bringing her down. But I think these two recent singles I've been enjoying, and I feel
I'm
like
rooting
she
for
could.
her.
I'm rooting for her, and her not ripping off another smaller artist.
Right. And I would still love to see you live, Zara Larson. I also don't know the whole situation about Hannah Diamond, but I saw Hannah Diamond open for Lana Del Rey when I was 15, so I ride for
Oh,
her.
that's funny. I
She's just
only,
a small pop artist.
Okay.
I only know her from that drama that I like saw on TikTok once, and I was like, "That's crazy." Anyway,
Yeah. But
anyway.
speaking of artists that can perform live, Jordan?
yeah, take it away, Jordan.
All right, so our back in the day sleigh. I chose this one because I rediscovered this song from like.
How did you rediscover it, Jordan? This is a fun story.
Yeah, so we were getting ready for the concert we're going to talk about later, FK Twigs, and Brady had this brilliant idea to bring a little iPod Touch. So he was like going through it and like looking at his old like songs on it. And I was like, I should go look at what songs I bought on iTunes. And this was one of them. And it's Who's That Boy by Demi Lovato featuring Dev. Which
It's the Cataracts.
I was
Is that
so
Dev?
surprised.
She's always with
The Cataracts.
Like Dancing in the Dark. They go, it's
Oh.
the Cataracts.
I didn't even connect those dots. Yeah.
But yeah, that song, I was surprised you didn't know that song.
I know. I was surprised I didn't know that song.
I didn't know that song.
I loved that song enough to buy it on iTunes.
Right.
Period.
A whole $1.29.
A whole
In that economy,
$1.29.
well, that was Obama, so we were fine. But we probably got
Imagine.
that $20 iTunes card for Christmas. Waiting.
Exactly. That's
So
exactly
honestly,
where it came from.
yes, still very nice to Demi that you did that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But yeah, wait, what did you guys like? I don't know. This was a song. I don't know what year it came out, but like middle school is probably when I spent my gift card on it.
Yeah.
And me and my best friend Maggie, I feel like she was a big like Demi Lovato fan.
I've always been a huge Demi Lovato fan too.
Right,
I
but I
love
feel
Demi.
like she had like in this time specifically.
I saw her at
really-
State Fair.
Oh, I didn't know she was at State Fair.
Yeah, there was like a tornado warning. It was really crazy. Jordan Pruitt was supposed to open.
Wait, Demi Lovato was there?
Yeah. We've talked about this so many times, Jordan.
Like, I was at that
Jordan
concert,
Pruitt
but
was at a different
Demi-
one. But
Oh,
yeah.
like Demi Lovato was at State Fair that day.
No, like I think Jordan Pruitt was just on a different tour that you also saw.
Got it.
But Demi Lovato was at State Fair and there was like crazy tornado like sirens going off, and I was with my dad and my like childhood best friend Fiona, and there's like sirens going off and I'm like, Dad, can we call Mom? Like I'm really scared. And he was like, didn't bring my phone. I was like, why wouldn't you bring your phone? I was like, Dad, they're like on the loudspeaker at State Fair, like, please seek shelter. And I was like, Dad, they're saying seek shelter. Like, what do we do? And he's like, we're under an umbrella. And I was like, I don't know about this. Like, can we please? But then she did come on and we saw her and she was really good. I just remember being terrified about the tornado and my dad being like so nonchalant, and my small like childhood friend Fiona, like family friend, she was like she wasn't doing well either, and we were both like,
That was us at Beyonce.
Right.
The whole time I was just thinking, like, that was, I don't care if you were 7. We were still 20, 24, 25, and we were feeling the same exact way.
I was like, I really want to see Demi Lovato,
Yeah.
but like there's this tornado warning. Like,
But I did have my iPhone, and I was vlogging and sending texts updating to everyone.
Exactly.
I literally was like, can we call mom and see what the weather looks like? And he was like, didn't bring my phone. I was like, what did you bring? And he was like, he whipped out like a Ziploc bag. I swear to God. He whipped out like a Ziploc bag full of like gum and like the tickets in his wallet. And that was it. And I was like,
Boy dinner.
Bare necessity.
what was,
Yes.
he was like eating his hero. And I was like, can we do something?
There's
But
no
anyway.
laws at the Wisconsin State Fair.
No
That's
laws.
the truth. Except no T-Pain.
No T-Pain.
Right.
Safe there.
Because there's going to be gangs if there's amusement rides.
Should we talk about that? Does everybody know
I
about
think
that?
T-Pain said his words.
Yeah.
T-Pain said his
If
piece
y'all
for
don't
sure.
know, I mean, we're going to really get into the Milwaukee of it all because
Yeah.
that's where we're from. But I think just to keep it light and quick, because
Mm-hmm.
you guys probably know about it as well, because most of our listeners are in the Milwaukee
Yeah.
area. But yeah, T-Pain was supposed to do something at the state fair, and then they said that he can't do it because there's going to be carnival rides, and carnival rides bring gangs.
Yes.
So there you go.
Which is just wild statement.
Yeah.
But okay.
So, no
you're
carnival rides.
sure. No carnival rides. Got it.
But
anyway.
State Fair has carnival rides.
Right,
Like
right.
a copious amount, actually.
And sometimes Demi Lovato.
Sometimes
Demi
Demi Lovato.
Lovato.
Sometimes Pentatonics. I've
Yeah.
seen Pentatonics at the Wisconsin State
I saw
Fair.
Vanessa Hudgens and Corbin Blue.
Yeah, I saw
There?
Drake Bell. I saw Jordan Pruitt.
Drake Campagna or whatever,
Right.
now that he had to change his name.
Yikes.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, what? And then I was like, oh.
Sean Kingston was supposed to come to the Wisconsin State Fair this year, but now he's going to jail for tax evasion with his mother.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Supposed to come with Neo, right?
Beautiful girl. Yeah.
Girl, you make me dumb. I always think about that one episode where they did
Sweet
like a
Life on
whole
Deck or
like
whatever?
lip sync during
Yes.
Sweet Life on Deck,
Yeah.
and just Mr. Mosby going, "Wow, why?" Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's kind of insane because we were just listening to Beautiful Soul by Jesse McCartney on the way here and also talking about Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
When he was
had
on that
all the
too.
guests.
They did, and they were the most random
So did
people.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah. Oh, remember That's So Sweet Life of
Hannah Montana. Yes, I do
Hello?
remember.
Maybe
I do
like
remember
a
that.
Disney throwback episode.
Yeah. Would you guys
Oh
like
my
that?
God.
Would you like that?
Would love. Can we? Oh wait,
Me in your ears,
I
would
have.
you like that?
I have another one. I have another comment to say about the Demi Lovato song.
Yeah.
Did it not sound like One Time by Justin Bieber
Not.
I feel like I'd have to listen again.
to the Demi Lovato one? I listened when I was getting ready and I literally was like, I'm going to tell you one time. Girl, I love, girl, I love
back
you.
to back, but I don't think so.
Maybe we can
Not
do
to
a
me.
Pitch Perfect mashup.
I was like, I want Glee to do this. I've been rewatching Glee leading up to your birthday extravaganza. And I like literally was like, I want a Glee style mashup between it. Maybe it's a different Justin Bieber song I'm thinking about, but it was for sure a Justin Bieber song. I thought it was One Time.
I only listened
With
to
Who's That
this new
Boy?
song a couple times, so
I listened to
can't
it
really
one
think of
time,
it
and the whole
in my
time I
head
was
right now.
like, girl, I love you. I'ma tell you one time.
But I saved it.
I had that music video on my phone. I wasn't a big Justin Bieber girl. I was too dedicated to One Direction. But I had that music video on my phone. That and Beauty and the Beat. For some reason, those two music videos, they both took place around a pool.
When we were
pool
in
vibes
elementary
get me every
school, like you were a believer, right? You were a Directioner, and I was a Swiftie.
But I was a believer before.
I was
One
also a
Direction
Swiftie at that point.
Like I think I was so strong of a believer because One Direction wasn't a thing yet, and then like people started phasing off of Justin Bieber and going to One Direction, but I just stayed being a believer.
Right.
I was never really on the Bieber train. I was
You never
big,
had Bieber fever?
Not really. Do you remember? Hold on.
fever.
Do you? I can't remember if this was when I was in 6th grade or what. But do you remember at our middle school the teachers did a lip sync at like the talent show to "Baby" by Justin Bieber?
I don't.
And one of them, I think it was
she was pregnant.
it was the crew male teacher though.
Oh, I don't
He
remember.
came out with like a baby belly, and he was like going off.
Wow.
And they had like Starbucks cups, like they were committed to the bit. And I remember we were just sitting there like crickets, like no one was saying a word. We were like,
When we got to high school, I lived for those. Did you ever have those at like pep rallies for homecoming or whatever? All the teachers would do a lip sync.
No, I think the closest thing we had to that was like, it wasn't teachers, but like in high school at the pep rallies, like the girls would do like a dance and they'd have like the football players like join them.
Right. It would be like the dance team, and then there'd be like, it's so funny that the guys can't dance.
the guys can't do it.
They're so
Exactly
funny.
that.
The guys look dumb.
Exactly.
See, one of the Hawkettes at my school asked me to do it with them, and I slayed. So I was
Of
like,
course you slay. I remember when I did my wings orientation, which was like our high school
these wings were
orientation.
made to fly.
Exactly.
Literally.
They
What were you
like
gonna say?
No, was that what it was like? Are you talking about that song, or is it just
no, that's what our orientation was called.
Okay,
It was
'cause I
called
was
Wings.
thinking of that song.
Yeah, and
but
I was
didn't
like,
know if that was
Mama,
correct.
told
Told
me.
me not to waste my life. No, so I was
We all
at
stopped, and then you
Wings.
go, no.
No, so I was at orientation and they showed us that they did like, these are resurfacing. People are doing them again. The like lip dubs, and they're like singing over like a bunch of different songs of like the year as they walk through the high school and
those.
all the clubs and all the like
Love.
sports
I was
teams.
so jealous I've never done one.
And they stopped the year I went in and I was like, we don't get to do a lip dub. And it's because they took a whole school day off and did this thing that they organized. They had like a rehearsal, a full run through, and a backup run through. I like have a bunch of family friends who are in it. Aaron and like,
Yeah, my brother was in
I think
one.
Ashley was in it, which are all like family friends. And so
My kinda did one in middle school.
why didn't we get
Did
to
you
do
ever
one?
do a lip dub?
No,
I want to do a lip dub
I
thing.
didn't realize my school didn't.
We
Maybe
should've-
just do our own.
Yeah.
We should have.
We do a lip
We
dub.
should
We
have
are
just
adults
done.
with free will.
We should have done a lip
Just
dub
make our own lip
at
dub.
the party, the
Yeah.
house party. Can you imagine that house party and we're just doing a lip dub in it?
Everyone, look out on the Gabbin Groupies socials, because on my birthday we're gonna do a lip dub at this
We
party.
could
Yes,
also
we
insert
are.
our Angel of My Dreams video star.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could. That
We-
was really good.
We have free will. We do video stars.
We do.
Deal with it.
We
Yeah.
pay for the
Click that.
we pay for the songs to use on video.
buy
star.
$1.29.
Who's
Angel
that
of
boy?
my dreams.
Who's that boy? Video star?
Fine, let's do it. But we gotta get the best like filters
Effects, yeah.
and effects.
Jordan, I saw you repost that TikTok, and it's like the one of Kim Kardashian checking out, and she gets her like check, and it's like 19,527. She's like 19,000, and it had like a caption. It had a caption. It's like me when I get my final touch tunes bill at the end of the night. And I was like, that is Jordan. Jordan will drop a bag on some touch tunes.
Okay, but what else are you in a bar and like you can just make everybody listen to what you want to listen to?
It is so fun, like full
I don't
support,
have to
but it
ask
was
the
so
DJ, I can do it myself.
$19,000. It was so funny.
Touch tunes.
It was better than 30,000 because it's Kim Kardashian going $19,000, and it's so funny.
Yeah,
it was
that's
really
Jordan
good,
that
and I
I
saw
like
her
to educate
repost it, and I was
people.
like,
And you know when there's not songs, that's horrible, and we have to post it on social media and flame everyone.
true.
Like when there's no Karma by JoJo Siwa.
Exactly.
No
You have to let
Karma.
people know to not go to those
Exactly.
establishments.
How would you
Yeah.
ban Karma by JoJo Siwa?
So
During Pride Month?
she's straight again, or she's dating a man?
Next topic.
Anyway,
Anyway,
So let's talk about Lorde's new album.
Lorde's new
guys.
album, Virgin, is out.
I forgot my vinyl, but I do have the redacted photograph. I didn't see it with my eyeball.
I don't know if we
did
could put it
see-
out
I
anyway.
know.
remember when like the thing first came out and one of you guys or maybe Caitlin sent the tweet and it was like, this is not your sign to dress as the like the album cover. They were like, this is not your sign to dress up as the vinyl.
Oh,
Clear pants.
that's funny.
For our listeners that don't know, I'm sure most of you do know by now. But so in Lorde's insert in her vinyl, she has these clear pants with no underwear on, and there's a little George W. there, if you know what I mean.
A little George W. Just a small one.
Just a George W. on display.
Do we want to claim our tracks?
Yeah, I mean, my initial favorite song on Virgin. I mean, I feel like I say this all the time, but this is a contender, like, for album of the year, if not one of my favorite albums of the decade. I just love how honest
this album
and raw
was
it is.
crazy.
She like took that feeling from Girl So Confusing and really just amplified it and stretched it out to an entire album. And it's just like, it's kind of back to her
Roots.
being honest. Yeah, it's like her honesty with herself. And she's even mentioned how like solar powered, she didn't really feel like herself. But like, we've all been there. I had a blonde phase.
Right.
Like, if I had an album during my blonde phase, I would be humiliated. So I get it.
Yeah.
But even though I do love that music.
Yeah, I feel like a lot, like I feel like each artist, like the big ones, are like known for specific things. For example, like I feel like Taylor Swift is known for her songwriting. I feel like Beyonce is known for her performing and like her live vocals and things like that. I feel like Lorde is known for like her like honesty with her music. Like I feel like you really, like when you listen to it, it's like you really like hear like sonically like her like soul, like she really bears it all,
right? And the way
like
that she
every
connects,
track
too, with like sending out emails with letters updating fans, it's like
I get
being a
the
Lorde
text
fan, yeah.
And it's just like sometimes like I have her like, because I was like I need to know when I need to get concert tickets, but she'll just literally send out like 3-minute voice notes addressing, and every now and then I'll listen, I'll be like, oh, is she announcing something? No, she's really just like, I wanted to talk to you guys now that Virgin's out, and really just say like, and like it'll just be like 4 minutes of her just like talking to like directly to fans in a sense.
Ear holes.
And I just think I think this album, she obviously talks about how like this whole album cycle was about like getting back in touch with herself and like embracing it and bearing it to the world. Yeah. And I feel like sonically it felt like you felt that way listening to it.
You know, I love a coming of age, and I feel like this is even now that we're in the 20s of it all, it's a coming of age in your 20s, and I feel like I haven't had that to relate to.
I need more of that. Yeah. I feel as though I feel like 1989 had a lot of that, but I feel like because I listened to it when I was like 14, 15, 16, whatever, right. I like associate it to that time of my life, even though like when she wrote it, like it was in like this era, but very sonically different, but like same, like coming of age in your 20s. And I feel like we need more coming of age in your 20s. I feel like there's not as much documentation of that.
Yeah,
like in like
when
media.
When I'm 25, all I'm supposed to want is like to fall in love. No.
Like, and I feel like, Sex in the City is like more like in your 30s or like late 20s. I'm like, what about these like mid 20s? What are we supposed to?
We're supposed to watch HBO Girls.
What's the new one? Adults.
Yeah.
Girls and adults, I guess. That's all we've got.
But Jordan, this is your first time with a release of a Lorde album.
How does it feel, God, to relive that?
I will say I liked it. I liked it. I feel like I do that a lot. I'm kind of just like, it was good.
Yeah. It was
sometimes
good.
That's what you gotta say.
Yeah.
No, but I think it made me realize, like, I feel like when I go through like listening to albums, I always like give an initial listen, and then like eventually I sit down and like listen to the lyrics and like listen while like looking at the lyrics. But because she's not like doing any like crazy Beyonce type things with her voice, it like made me want to sit down and look at the lyrics so much sooner. And so I'm glad I did, and I feel like that also made me appreciate it sooner.
I understand that fully.
Also, like Cowboy Carter, it took me until seeing it live to really understand some of like the words.
Yeah. Which I love a concert like that too.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite types of concerts to go to, when you like, you know the artist, you know like a lot of the songs, but then all of a sudden you come back with like a newfound appreciation. I always say that's how I felt with Halsey's If I Can't Have What?
Love, I Want Power.
I always get those ones mixed
love,
up.
Money, power.
If I can't have love, money, party. I always
power
get
ain't nothing but party with power.
With the power and the love. I don't know what
love,
it is.
Angel Music, baby, power.
Like, I don't know what it is about that album title, but I can never get it right. But I do love that album. But I like listened through and I was like, yeah, it's like the music's good. And then I saw it live and things connected like crazy. Like
no
I
matter
think
how many times you've sung the lyrics, they just
sometimes
Yeah.
like you just need to hear it live, and I just got goosies thinking about it. When we see this live,
Dude, like,
I
'cause I've
can't put
never
it into
seen Lorde.
I've never seen Lorde. She's one of like my big ones left to hit.
yeah.
And Marina, who we're gonna see at Lala, and those two, like I just know everybody. Okay, I was talking about this week too with a lot of people. I'm just a crier, especially at concerts. I'm gonna cry really bad at Lorde, like really bad.
I cried bad at FK Twigs.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah,
so
sorry, I
claiming
didn't
titles.
answer your question at all.
Claiming titles. Which one? Claiming tracks.
I can start. My favorite is Current Affairs.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite. And I love how
it's
she
on
did-
a loop.
I know that people are mad that she has that whole part in the second verse where she talks about Pamela Anderson's sex tape, but I mean, I get it. She's saying like she understands.
I feel like people, just because of like the show that came out and Pamela
Exploiting
Anderson
it,
like
and she just
exploiting
wants
it,
it
and
to be
she was
done.
like, I wanted to move on from this. I feel like a lyric in the song saying she related to it
Yeah.
is different than exploiting it and making like a profitable TV show.
Yeah.
And like a costume. There was that one year everyone did the costumes and they looked great, but that wasn't the point.
Right. But
Yeah.
also Current Affairs, I love how there's that same little like guitar riff in the background the whole time. It's kind of reminiscent of 'Tis the Damn Season.
I thought the Brady.
And
I
you know
thought
that's
the
my
same
favorite Taylor
thing.
Swift song.
Yes, I thought the exact same thing. I heard it, but then it's like a completely different song.
Yeah.
But I love when you can like
Sorry, I know you
find
don't
breadcrumbs.
Listen to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we're talking a lot about her this week. Sorry, Jordan. And by we, I
Next
mean
week,
me.
Jordan's like, Phoebe Bridgers.
And we're like,
Next week's topic: Phoebe Bridgers, Julian Baker, and Boy Genius.
You didn't even know that Phoebe Bridgers is... Bridgers?
Bridgers.
Phoebe Bridgers. You're Phoebe Bridges. Phoebe Bridgers is on
Someone got me.
doing background vocals with Claro and Solar Power.
I did not
she,
know that.
She listened to the song Solar Power for the first time with me today.
I did.
Today,
I did.
this very day,
Yes.
July
1st, 2025.
Yeah.
Mark it.
Oh my god!
Mark it down.
Clock it. That was really good. Clock it. Got it. That's crazy though. I'm really happy for you. What did you think?
It was good. I think I'd want to listen again and try and find
Yeah.
Phoebe in there.
You should listen to that album.
I feel like I hear Phoebe when I
I've
listen
been
to it and
told
Claro.
that, and I started it.
Oh,
but then
really?
I,
You have been told that?
yeah.
By others?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Why?
It's just not one people usually say you should listen
I
to.
mean, people usually don't like Solar Power.
Yeah.
I think it was,
I've always been a truther.
I think it was Allie, and she loves Lorde, so.
See, that album was like when I was going on hot girl walks all the time in the summer. And it's just like
remember
something
that.
about being in nature.
It
is
clicks.
just the ethos. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
The ethos, pathos, logos,
Logos.
the themes,
Yeah.
the hubris, the
Plot summary.
plot summary, the
Plot
pyramid.
mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
The exposition.
Climax.
Yes. The rising action.
Falling action.
Just that whole
Resolution.
Covers it all. We're just
Mr.
blurting
Crow
out
would be really
words.
proud of us.
Shout out our 7th grade comm arts teacher.
I also had in 8th
That's
grade.
the other thing that I feel like we need to address is that we said crew earlier. And
Oh
crew
my God, I didn't even
our-
think about it.
I don't know what it stood for, but it was our health and
Gym.
So every
Like
half of,
semester.
So we had trimesters, but every
Yeah.
half of a trimester you were in gym and then you were in health.
Yeah, so you had
So-
like
and
you
it
had
was
like
called
4
crew.
weeks of crew in like gym class, and then you would have like 4
This
weeks
was in high school.
middle
this
school.
was in middle school.
And then you would have like 4 weeks of crew, but it was like health class. And then like it was like 4 weeks, or something like that. And most of those weeks for gym were spent rollerblading.
We rollerbladed a lot.
And it was
much
like
rollerblading.
it was
school,
like
but
a
not middle.
fist fight to see, because they would this was crazy. This could never happen now. They would let students
Play
connect
music.
their iPods
And that's
and
what
be
I
on
heard 21
aux.
Pilots for the first time in my entire life.
I made everyone in that
Thank
gym
you,
listen to
Riley.
One Direction and Taylor Swift the whole time. And no one said a word. Somehow, I was playing Little White Lies full volume.
But I'm like, why was I rollerblading to...
Like for gym.
Sometimes I thought, so often I yacht.
Car radio.
Somebody stole my car radio.
And now we just sit in silence.
Yeah, so that was that. And then we also had... Our
The
comm
Neighborhood
arts
was another
English,
one.
just so you know.
I made everyone listen to The Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well,
I made everyone listen to
rollerbladed.
Cher Lloyd by Cher Lloyd. Or
Yeah,
Rebecca
you
Jean
did.
It.
I also thought the Demi Lovato track sounded like Cher Lloyd.
It
A lot
sounds
of
like,
It is
It
that,
sounds
like,
like really
era.
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
is
sounds
like
like
that
that.
era.
I also like got like a hint of Becky G in there. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
was listening, I was like, I'm getting Becky G, Cher Lloyd by Cher Lloyd, and Justin Bieber.
I think it was the time when all of those people were popular.
I want Trader Joe's to sell those chips. A hint of Becky G. Edit it right now. I'm holding the bag. I'm holding the bag. Becky
Hint of
G's
Becky
face.
G.
Everything but the Cher Lloyd by Cher Lloyd.
Get that season.
on the avocado toast. That's crazy. Get Trader Joe on this. Someone get him up here.
Call Trader Jose.
Call Trader Joe up.
This is off topic. I feel like
Well, were we even on topic?
What topic were we on?
What topic?
I just have a question.
Yeah.
The song, like, is it Get Ready With Me or Grown
It's Grown Woman.
Grown
It's
Woman.
Okay, because I
I
thought
also
that-
read it as Get Ready With Me
I
the
thought
first
it
time
was
around.
gonna
I originally read it as Get Ready With Me, and then I was like Grown Woman, but then the first is like soap. Like,
I think she did it intentionally.
Okay.
But I think it does stand for
I
Grown
saw it and I was like, okay, Alex Earl, get
Yeah.
ready with me.
Woman. Hey guys!
With the headband just getting bigger.
Imagine we
every
click
time.
the song and it's just like ASMR.
Get ready
Ethel
with me.
Kane.
It's like get ready with me to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Get ready to pack with me to go to Hawaii.
Go to Santorini, Greece.
Yes, that one. Get ready with me for our first night in Santorini, Greece. It's just like that is the whole track.
But it's like ambient and like
Get ready with me. But it has to be in.
get ready with me to go to Santorini,
What's that
Greece.
one? What's that one influencer with the really
Michaela.
Michaela.
She's what?
It's
Do you know what we're
just
talking
the,
about?
like fake one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Kim
she goes,
Kardashian.
Yeah.
You doing it?
Kim Kardashian. Get ready to party for my first night in Santorini, Greece.
And she makes like 45 videos in the span of like 6 hours, being like, "Get ready with me." Pot 2. Like,
Boating in Greece. Did you see that one? It's like me after not washing my hair for 2 days. Get
then-
ready with me to go to Greece. Santorini, Greece. I don't like that one.
see that one?
Okay, but speaking of Ethel Kane ambient noises, like, do you have more to say about Grown Woman before we get into it? That's your
I
choice.
just that wasn't my
Cry.
top one. I just had a
Oh.
question about it, but I'd say my top one. I think was Broken Glass.
I like that song
It's really
too.
good.
A
Yeah.
lot about looking at yourself in the mirror and like.
Right.
Clear Blue is another one. That was another top track for
Yes.
me. Oh, that one like felt heavy. Like
I
as
also
a
love
woman.
Perfect Daughter.
that one also felt
gifted
heavy.
Child,
Yeah.
I do.
It felt very. This is me trying Mirrorball
Yes.
adjacent. I keep relating it to Taylor. In my
They're
defense,
friends.
they were great friends, and I feel like I saw an edit on TikTok of favorite daughter because you know everyone says like Taylor Swift has like daughters, and it's like Olivia and like Sabrina and like whatever, and they were talking about Lorde. And they were like, Lorde was her first daughter, and y'all love to forget that. And it was an edit to first daughter, and I was like, you did not have to do that. That I was like, oh. I had to like close the app after that. I was like, I'm going on a walk, and I had to physically go on a walk.
Yeah.
And then I went to Culver's. It was great.
Love Culver's. But the segue that I was gonna make with the Ethel Kane ambient, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. When we were at FKA Twigs, we partook in some substances from some woman's purse.
Oh.
And
Do you want
sorry,
to
Mr. Hill.
clarify? Or?
No, I don't. But then we stood there and there was like this ambient music, and
Oh.
we were literally just like,
That's how I felt when we were waiting like outside at Lala for Billie Eilish in Portugal. The man played that one like 45-minute song. It was their whole set. I swear they didn't take any breaks, and it was literally just like and we were like
it's like you get like in trance. It's like
And they had like had
Smile,
that like
the Smile movie.
yeah, and it was like they had that like it looked like the Mac Air like screensaver with like the like northern lights flashing, and we were literally like.
But this man, it was
like in 105
PC
degree
music,
heat.
so it was like, and I felt like I was
I
just
was
like,
kind of looking around like, are people like
are we vibing? Are we
people
uncomfortable?
liking this?
Yeah.
Because then there
Is
was
it
that
just
person,
me?
There was that person like shouting, and I was like, are you heckling him or are you liking this? Because
Yeah.
You never know. You never know if it's a heckle.
They were like
or if
DJ,
it's-
and I was expecting like.
Yeah. But it was like,
See, I never know what to do with that. One time I went out with I love when he does that.
y'all like that?
I one time went out with like some coworkers and we went to St. Bibbs on Brady and they were having like a deep techno night.
Right.
And it sounded like that. And one of my coworkers, love him, he was like bopping around to it and it was like that ambient like and I literally was just sitting there and I was like watching him like scoot around the like balcony of St. Bibbs and I was like it was like a Roomba. And he kept moving to that music and I was like I don't know how to I don't know how to
We're so
respond
used
to this.
365 party girl.
Yeah, we are.
It's like, are we actually like? Are we pretending to like?
Because it's not like a sway. I don't know how to move to it, so I'm just like.
Well, and I was gonna say also, it was funny because when he came out initially, it was a sticky situation.
And somebody was like,
Hey!
But the whole concert in general. But when they were like figuring stuff out, we didn't know when the DJ was gonna go on. And like he walks out there and Brady's like, no way, he's the DJ. Like that's not the DJ. He goes out, like messes with some stuff, like goes back. And then he comes back.
He's so awkward and he's like hunched over, he's like, hey guys.
And then you're like, okay, that's not the DJ. But then he comes back and it was the DJ.
He was great. And
he was really good.
I saw him back by the like machine or
Merch?
whatever
Oh.
for Twigs' set.
Right,
so I feel
right.
like he probably does her producing.
Right.
I don't really know who he was. It was like Frico or something.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's a big deal and I'm sure he sounded great. Like
Yeah.
everything was cool.
Yeah.
But it was just
It was
not what
just-
I expected.
Right.
and sometimes that's just like the initial shock is funny enough. Like you
Yeah.
can just be like, oh,
Well, okay.
oh, okay. Anyway,
But,
Do you want to tell everyone what the sticky situation was at
Right.
Twigs?
yeah, it was just like, okay, it was a great show. I will start that.
Love
It
her.
was a great show.
My first time seeing her and I've been listening to her for 10 years.
Right.
Love.
They just ran into some very, very unfortunate roadblocks. Cause like, I don't know, long story, very, very fast. Doors were supposed to open at like 5:30. I think we got in at like 6:15. We got in at 6:15 and they were still like setting up this poll thing that was happening. Also, mind you, first night of the US leg of the tour that was already postponed due to visa issues.
I said, thank God she finally got her visa.
So we all were like, phew! And then we get in and like they're not even done.
Right. There was supposed to be two DJs
no.
opening. They cut the first DJ.
How did they
there's-
decide? Do you think they flipped a coin between the?
Well, they were like, we need him for the show, so
Right.
he has to open.
We can't piss that one off.
But yeah, they were just taking this pole, like putting it up and taking it down, and like back and forth.
Hosier.
They finally put it up.
Well,
and
it was like the pole dancing.
Yeah.
pole.
yeah, they like. I think when he finally goes on, the pole's down. So we're like, oh, they're just gonna scrap the pole. He goes off. They go to put the pole back up. And it was just like a back and forth thing. There was a time when
Figure
they were
out the
kind
pole.
of drilling
Yeah.
while she was on stage singing.
Pokemon.
They
go
were
to the
drilling
polls.
while she
Yeah.
was on stage.
Yeah, and then she
went
went
to-
on to do it, and then she said that it wasn't safe.
Yeah, she stopped
So
the
she
show.
stopped the show, came forward, and performed Sticky while the Sticky situation was transpiring. But there's like these men's butt cracks hanging out in the
Oh
back.
my
Like,
God.
You could tell they were like, forget about whoever the stagehands are. There was a man, like, you know how they were their stage black? There was a
Yeah.
man in a blue shirt, a
Oh
man in
my
a
God.
red shirt. Like,
Player one, player two.
they're like,
Literally,
anybody
thing
who can
one,
work
thing
a
two.
drill, get on the stage.
Y'all ever play that app where you tried to throw the coins in the
Yes,
plumber's
in the
crack?
plumber's butt crack.
That's how I felt in the audience. Throwing my ice for my drink.
You know I love throwing ice from a drink. You know I love doing that. That's my like one of my worst habits when I've had a little bit too much and we're at a bar is I just start and then I turn around and I'm like, who did that? Did you guys
Can
get
you guys
ice?
with your plumber's Crocs, like, please put her pole up so she can strip dance? Like,
Just let a girl strip dance,
But
please.
like, despite that, it was like some roadblocks. But when she was,
The way it's Mini MUA.
sorry.
no, I was just gonna say when she was on, she was like
When she was
on.
strip dancing.
Right. Well, even before that, like from the very beginning, like I think I maybe took 3 videos because the whole time I was just standing there, like
Well, she
it
had
was
so
insane.
many
Her dancers were
dancers.
insane.
And it
Wow.
was
Her
17 plus. They all
performance.
were in their undies for a little
Ooh, I love it. Okay, I'm sorry. When I was younger, I hated when shows were like adults only 17 or 18 plus, even 21 plus. As an adult, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. I'm sorry. A lot of these teens, this could be a whole topic of its
teens.
A lot of these teens. This
The
could be a whole
Lollapalooza teens
Oh my
specifically.
God. I feel like this could be a whole conversation, a whole episode of its own. But like all these teens, screw the teens.
Gabbin Groupies.
That's the title. All
Bimbo is not
so
a teenager.
and not a
Or
teenager.
In this podcast's run, no millennials, no teens.
It's just us.
It's just us.
No alpha.
No.
And no millennials.
No. But I just think a lot of these like younger generations coming into, I didn't say teens, coming into the concert scene or festival scene.
What are you?
Younger generations kind of makes you sound older.
Oh,
What'd you say? Oh, it's fine.
oops. Is that the first Gabbin Groupie slip?
What did you? I don't. I won't
Nothing.
make you repeat it.
No, so I just think these teens, fine. I think a lot of them just didn't get like that concert experience with like adults, like with like family or like older siblings
Right,
or
they're just
parents
thrown into it.
that would go with them to their first shows because of COVID. So now they're just tossed into it and they act a mess. They are a mess. I'm like, you have got to figure out that
The
like
Claro concert.
once you're
I saw
at
Malcolm Todd at Summerfest. Same thing.
once you're at like a certain point in this like crowd, you can't push your way in. There's like
Yeah.
a certain level where like they just think they can walk up to the barricade and it's fine.
Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn.
Yeah.
They're
Nikki, Ricky, Tiki, and Dawn. There was that one at Dua
friends.
Lipa. Remember at Dua Lipa at Lala? And they were like, is there a Derek? Derek? Nope. Go back. And it was
I
so
love
funny.
Doing that. I love doing that to teens now.
Yeah.
But I've been saving something
Yeah.
to talk to you guys about on the podcast.
Okay.
scared.
No, I already mentioned it to you this
Okay.
morning. I
Oh,
figured it
well,
out,
then
but-
I'm scared.
Oh.
No,
yeah.
most importantly, you.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I decided
Oh, no.
I like that Sumi song.
Yeah, you did! Woo! Yeah, you do!
And you know
R.I.P.
how-
headphone users.
Yeah.
Sorry. We'll have
And
to
you know
mute
how
that.
so I take it back from what I said on that Beyonce episode.
Mm-hmm.
But how I figured out that I like it is because did you know Malcolm
me.
Todd is her brother?
No, I did not know that.
And
Did you see an interview clip?
no, Caitlin texted me, so maybe she saw
Oh,
the clip.
okay. Because I was like, after you text me that, the interview clip came up. I don't know Malcolm Todd enough for that to make me like. The
Does
song.
Caitlin
Yeah.
like that song?
Caitlin loves that song.
Yeah, she
'cause
does.
She's a Gracie Abrams fan.
Love Caitlin.
but
Love Gracie Abrams.
But I just saw Malcolm Todd for the second time. I really like him, and he is like a goofball.
Yeah.
So I think, but he doesn't really show the goofball side in his music. It's more of like his online and show persona.
Right.
But I feel like knowing that they're related, I understand now that the goofball side of him is what she
That's
is,
what I was
too.
trying to say in that episode. I was like, I don't think you guys are getting that it's a bit. Like
Yeah.
the song itself is part of the bit.
Yeah.
Like not just like her and the music video, which I get it. I get it on the music video end. But I feel like the song is part of the bit. Like the goofiness and everything is like part of it. I'm hitting the mic.
Yeah, and
I'm getting
she's
too
not
upset.
even goofy in the what's her name? Audrey Hobart. Her. Here's another thing.
Okay.
Her dad. They're nepo babies.
Of course
Her
they are.
dad is the creator of The Middle.
Wow.
Sue
Sue
Heck.
Heck.
She is Sue Heck.
She's literally Sue Heck. But she's
Sue me,
never
I
been
wanna
poor.
be Sue Heck.
Oh.
Sue me, I want to be Sue Heck.
He's never gonna give that bit up. Oh my god. No, but
You ever seen The Middle?
No.
no, but I've never seen it either. But Brady just talks about it
love
all
Sue
the
Heck.
time.
She's
Like,
like, the-
Malcolm and.
What?
No.
Malcolm in.
no,
Oh.
no.
What?
Groupie Gang will educate. We're gonna come back next week and everyone's gonna know who Suhek is, but because you guys know who Suhek is. Suhek
I
is one of
only
my
know
favorite
from-
characters. It was the middle was what's his name? There's like his name's Dewey or something. He's like a little guy. He like runs around and then I don't know. It's a sitcom.
We'll
It's a
back.
sitcom.
Yeah,
It's a
we'll come
sitcom.
back.
We'll come back.
It was like a recession sitcom. Mm-hmm. It was like that. And what was the other one? It was like that mom. It was like about like a. She was also
Raising Hope.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Kelly
those
Keaton
were
was in that.
Those were two very much like recession, like suburban mom, like soap opera sitcoms. Yeah. Anyway.
But he's the creator of Suhek.
And I'm so
that's
glad
why
you
I
like that
that's why
song
I
now.
like it, because I realized. And Malcolm Todd also being a descendant of the person who created Suhek makes me like him so much
I
more.
am so glad you finally get it because I love that song. I think it's hilarious.
Guys, we're like getting towards the end. We have to talk about Addison Rae.
We have to talk about
because
Addison
that's literally
Rae.
in front of us here.
I also think this could be a contender, and I mean this so seriously, for album of the year.
I love Addison Rae.
Love this album. I have been waiting for this album, I feel like, for years. I have been an Addison Rae truther.
Obsessed.
That was a good song. You
Yeah.
guys just didn't like the dance moves. And like
I
you
love
guys
that.
have, I feel doof. I feel like people need to grow up. That felt like when you would watch like a talent show. I want to say a name so bad and I can't say it. When you would watch a talent show
and L.
and some girl from like your middle school would get up there in a full dance costume. Yup. And would do like a fully choreographed by like an actual choreographer dance to like a real song, and everyone would be like, what are they doing? And everyone would make fun of them. But that solo or duet won awards.
Right.
And I feel like that's how everyone treated the choreography with Obsessed. I'm like, y'all need to grow up and realize that choreography is choreography for a reason. And if you don't get it, you're not supposed to.
I had a comment
Anyway.
about one of those for my school, but I'm gonna not.
I know. I wanted to say
We're
a name
gonna
so
talk about
bad.
it
In
over
the
Taco
car.
Bell.
Brady and I are in on that lore.
Yes.
We've been doing a lot of talent show lore this episode too.
A lot of middle school.
A
lore,
lot of middle school
specifically.
lore. If we're gonna get into middle school lore really quick, I'm really sorry to my middle school for running over your mailboxes. The day I saw Billie Eilish in 2019, I was learning how to drive and it didn't work out. Still haven't. Clearly, I bulldozed them. They're cemented in now. Anyway.
Can I also say something that I'm just thinking about because we keep bringing up middle school? When I saw RuPaul in his book tour, he said that when he goes throughout his life, he always looks back at his life in increments of 7 and goes back and heals that person. And it's not until you reach the next increment of 7 that you're done healing that person. So for instance, right now we're 21 plus, so we haven't made it to 28 yet. So we're working on healing 14 to 21.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's what RuPaul said.
That makes a lot
and
of
whatever
sense.
RuPaul says, I believe.
I believe it actually wholeheartedly.
And
I've
I've
been
always
going back
said
to like a lot. Well, if you even just think about like the music we're listening to right now, when you think about like Lorde, Marina, like all these people that I like really was in on in like late middle school, early high school, that makes a lot.
Well, and when you think about also like, because we've been friends for so long,
Yeah.
we have those examples.
Have we ever said that we've
I've
been friends
always-
since middle school on here?
People know now.
Well, I feel like most people just know.
But yeah, because we weren't friends before I was 21. But just thinking about that, before 21, it's like we were going to see Katy Perry. Like, then that's very much 7 to 14.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
We were like obsessed with Nicki Minaj,
Wow.
which I still am.
Oh my
but
gosh. This is really opening my mind.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like RuPaul really hit the nail on the head. And I
For
don't know if there's
sure.
any psychological, like actual evidence to back this up. But like I said, Dr. RuPaul said it.
I believe.
I believe everything that he does except
Broom. Broom.
Broom.
Anyway,
so
back to Addison
We have 9
Rae.
minutes.
Okay,
I don't know if I can pick one.
Mine's Money is Everything. Sorry,
Money is
said
Everything
it.
is one of my favorites. I think I have to claim Famous Gun. I think that might be
Yeah.
one of my top songs of the year.
You seen the music video yet?
Oh, we're watching it in the
watching
car.
that in the car.
I made him sit down and watch it. I was like, look at this. Look.
So good.
I
It's
will-
so good.
Yeah. I was just I'm sorry.
No, it's funny. Jordan keeps trying to talk. And then she's funny, like, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I feel like it's a cop out because it's like the first one, but I think besides the singles, like New York is.
Mm-hmm.
That song is so good.
Lara Jean, Lara
La
Jean,
Jean,
Lara
Lara
Jean is
Jean.
my religion.
We have an ongoing joke about Lara Jean from the To All the Boys I've Loved Before franchise on Netflix. It just like keeps morphing over the years into different jokes, and we were listening to I love New York, I love New York, New York. And we were like, I love Lara Jean, Lara Jean, Lara Jean. Lara Jean is my religion.
Because we always pretend to be
Mort. This is
we
really
pretend to be Mort and King Julian. And talk about Lara Jean and Peter
into all the boys I've loved before. It's never gonna make sense. To this day, we don't know how we got there.
We never dropped it.
You never let it go.
Lara Jean, Lara Jean,
Lara Jean is my religion. So we have
So I
a King
agree, that's
Julian.
a great song.
We have a King Julian, Mort, X, Lara Jean, Peter Kavinsky, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, X, Addison Rae, New York collab on that front. It's never going to make sense to anybody else. That's just something we're never going to be able to explain, I don't think.
I will also say, one helped me prove a point, but also for the whole like vibe of this album, she was saying she wanted it to feel like Libby Lou.
And it does.
Which, and it does.
And it
but
does.
I was talking to someone at work the other day about Libby Lou, and they were like, I think Libby Lou was like, it was literally just a Wisconsin, like Milwaukee thing. And I was like, no.
No, it
I
wasn't.
was like, no, it was a chain. And they're like, no, I swear. So this helped me prove that
Period.
I don't think Addison Rae has ever been to the Mayfair Mall Libby Lou.
I don't think so. Can you imagine if she has?
Obviously, it was not. But
Never say
but it
never.
does.
She-
Like Justin Bieber said. Never
you-
say never.
Never say never. Back to Justin Bieber.
But-
I also just have to say that picture of you at Libby Lou is one of my favorite pictures I think that's ever existed.
Insert it.
Insert
I'll
it in
insert
the
it.
history of pictures. It
Funny
is a perfect
story.
photo. It
Funny-
should go in galleries. I'm sorry for interrupting you
I
again.
will insert it. The people in that photo, crazy story. Well, not really crazy. I went to elementary school with them, like my first elementary school. One of the girls in the photo is my Maggie. That's Maggie's childhood best friend from before I ever met Maggie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a crazy connection.
That's all.
Small
I have to
world.
Small lucky. Small lucky.
But I also think her run of singles has been perfect, no notes, flawless. I think she's executing this whole thing. Like, if you want to talk about like the difference between when we talk about like Tate McRae's team and when we talked about like Zara Larson's team and even Katy Perry's team, not doing a good job. Her team and her are doing a flawless
This whole
job.
album was her and what? 2 other women?
It kind of
Perfection.
That's all
gave
you
me,
need.
though- Yeah, well, I feel like for like debut album, it kind of, not that it's a bad thing. It gave me though the same feeling I feel like as Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, that all of the singles were so good, and for me, I think like the best ones where like the other ones weren't bad. They just like did it.
Headphones On is like one of the best pop songs ever made.
One of
so I
them.
get it.
But
Yeah.
then like New York
like-
wasn't a single, and that's one of
It
the best
wasn't,
ones.
and it-
Money Is Everything wasn't a single.
Right, well, and that
Summer
just-
Forever, I feel like is slept on.
Well, I'm also like
Not
that's-
trying.
You're gonna, well, I'm just like, that's not to say they're bad. Like Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, I know you have maybe a few that you like to skip. Personally, I don't have a single skip on that album, so that's not saying that the other songs are bad. But
She
I
came
just
out
liked
guns
all of
a-blazing.
Yeah, all of the singles were so good.
I also like In the Rain, Times Like Like I literally think the whole album is like I can do a full listen through and like I'm fine not skipping.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
I
there
don't
are
skip
some
it.
I might not click if I'm doing a click through, but a
Right.
listen through, like when I put the vinyl on,
yeah, I'm
I
not
have
skipping.
no problem letting that vinyl run through. I'm having a good
No
time the whole time.
regrets.
No regrets at all. I think it was truly like a flawless debut album. Like
Music's good right now, y'all.
it's so good. I'm so glad. I feel like there was a little bit there where I was like, there's nothing happening.
Yeah, we got Mayhem. We got Something Beautiful. Those were the
Yeah,
other
those were the good
heavy
ones.
hitter-
Heavy hitters.
The heavy eaters. Those are the heavy eaters.
Heavy eaters. Now you guys are
It's like-
seeing how we got from To All the Boys I've Loved Before to Mort and King Julian. like
Phoebe
how did...
Bridgers and her heavy eaters.
Can I say my Phoebe Bridgers diss that I still think about to this day, or am I not allowed?
It's up to Jordan.
We're going to talk about Taylor Swift and diss Phoebe Bridgers.
It's not a diss. I just want to say that it was really funny the one time I said it.
Okay.
Am I allowed to?
Okay.
Permission?
Okay.
I don't even know how it came up, but I was like, Phoebe Bridge to Terabithia, just as long and boring. Laugh. You laughed when the first and only time I've said it. It was
Phoebe Bridgers
funny.
no skip albums for me.
I do like some of her songs. I'm
like
just not
some.
like a full listener.
I'm a full Punisher, front to back, forward, upside down, flip it around. Like
And I understand it for you.
Reverse it. It's
I'm
not
not flipping it over to Phoebe Bridgers. Like,
See,
sorry.
I'm just happy.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, like, I'm not singing them in a sad way. Funeral, love that song. I love to blast it. Like,
I sing that one in a sad way. That's on my sad playlist.
I'm singing at a funeral tomorrow in a happy way.
And I've
enough.
always said that.
Yeah. Any other notes on Addison Rae that we want to throw in there other than perfection?
She's pop perfection. We saw Allie and AJ and Natasha Bedingfield at Summerfest.
We did. That was really fun. Thank you, Brady, for those VIP Coachella artist passes.
Right. But Brian could never.
Could never. But that was really fun. We were very, very close. We
Living
were
out
like
our
very...
cowbells fantasy.
Yes,
Oh,
cowbells.
I was living it up.
Weren't they in like Minutemen? One of those two?
Phil of the Future.
Phil of the Future.
The
of
whole
course.
time they were performing. Okay, anybody who's like...
Allie and AJ were talking about.
Yeah.
Just so
Anybody who's like older, like Gen Z or like young millennial, remember in Phil of the Future, there's this one episode where Allie, like her character, who I don't remember the name of, has to like perform it again, the talent show.
Were they both
And
in Phil of the
talent
Future?
show episode.
What?
Were they both in Phil of the Future?
I don't
Just
think AJ
Allie.
was. It was just
okay, that's what
Allie.
I thought.
And she was like really scared, and Phil shrunk himself to be this big and was like on her microphone, and she like was nervous, and he's like, "You got this," and she starts singing, and she starts like whipping it around, and he's like, "Ah!" And the whole time they were performing, I was like, "Phil of the Future is on her mic. He's on her mic stand. I can see him. He's this
Let me
big."
take out my giant Kyle Richards microscope.
Like I literally was like, "Phil of the Future is on that mic stand." I like couldn't let go of it in my
She
head.
was also in Easy A.
Yeah,
What-
she took it in Easy A.
Her and Amanda Bynes. I love Amanda Bynes. I still do. I love her. I wish the best for her. Amanda Bynes is one of my favorite people in the actual universe.
I love Amanda Bynes. I
And
love
just say that really
I
quick.
love her TikToks.
Me too. And she started a podcast for a second. I listened, but I think it was only like 1 or 2 episodes, and then she decides that she's bored with things really quick, and I understand it.
And I honestly I appreciate it. She like goes for it and then never does
Decides
anything with
that
it.
she doesn't want to.
And that's fair.
Yeah, but it's also a fantastic segue because guess what? Other song is in Easy A. I got a pocket full of sunshine. Natasha.
I got a pocket. I got a
So
pocket.
good.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
I got a pocket. I got a pocket.
opens
I
the
always
card.
think about that one.
Her body's tea.
Natasha Bedingfield's body's tea. I literally I was
Lipton.
like, guys, I can't wait to see her. Her body is so tea. Call that Lipton. And she walks out in this like big
She had a trench coat that looked like 2 kids were standing on top of each other trying to get to it.
And everybody, like,
no, you
looked
got
at
a
me.
dog back there. Like, let it breathe.
everybody looked at me and was like, girl. And I was like, wait till she takes it off. She took it off and Keish looked at me and she was like, and I looked at her and I was like, and Keish was like, Anna, please. And I was like, I told you body was Lipton. Like,
I had so many people like swipe up and be like, "Who's gonna tell me?" And there was people take. What'd you say?
Our photo with Natasha Bedingfield.
Yeah, there's a photo.
silence caught me off guard.
There's a photo of us where it's taken from behind, where you can see the donk, and Natasha's on stage, and you look into the audience, and like our whole group is covered, and it's just me and Jordan, like woo.
I always get Mike Wazowski'd.
But I had people in my life swiping up with screenshots Googling, is Natasha Bedingfield married? It's so funny.
Yeah. Is she?
I don't know.
Oh, well,
Tune in next week to find out.
if Natasha Bedingfield's
With
married.
special guest Natasha.
She
And
had
Suhak.
can we talk about her vocals really quick before we move on?
Amazing.
When
So
she
good.
did Purple Rain by Prince, I was
Yeah.
like,
And why was she like, birds of a feather
Yeah, that one came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh. It came out of nowhere, and we were like, oh.
Like obliterated, like staring at the blank page
before you feather. We were getting really into it. She did a great show.
She was amazing.
She was having such a good time. She did that one song again.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it was, but she did it again. She was like,
again.
"Can we do it again?" And we were like, "Sure."
Jordan Sparks did that.
Sparks did that too. Yeah. We were like, "I guess."
Kind of hoping because it was supposed to rain early. It rained earlier in the day.
Right.
I was kind of hoping that
During
like,
Unwritten,
right.
that would have
Feel
been
it on our skin.
Right.
Yeah.
But as I left work that day, I was like, all right, y'all, I'm about to go feel this rain on my skin.
Yeah.
We also, again, we already said like a lot of our listeners are from Milwaukee. It's Summerfest. So like we have a lot of live music to talk about. Brady has a few concerts to talk about.
Julianne
still.
Baker canceled.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I hope she's okay, though.
Yeah. Heavy on that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some of your shows you went
Yeah,
to?
I saw Halsey. I'm wearing the merch today. It says I was hypnotized, and it has her face on the back. I went with Caitlin. It was a very last-minute decision. It was raining really bad before I got there, but then when I got there, it was clear skies. But Lauren Jareggi of Fifth Harmony came out.
Crazy.
That was we were just talking on the pod about how I'm mad I've never had anyone besides like Chance the Rapper. Love you.
Yeah.
It's just Chicago. We get it. Like it's
yeah,
tired.
we get the bit.
But Lauren Jareggi, like never in my life did I think I would see her live again. I saw her for with Fifth Harmony one time, but it was unreal.
And
Seeing her-
Strangers is such a good song.
Such a good
Such an
song.
underrated song out of both like discographies.
I screamed so loud and freaked out that a girl next to me said, "I'm so happy specifically for you."
That's so nice of her.
Yeah, it was very
to say
sweet.
that you were loud. That was like the nicest way.
Like, I'm happy for you specifically.
I will say I haven't listened to Halsey since Badlands, but just hearing the songs off of Badlands live might have healed me.
She
if I
did
went.
so many.
Yeah. No, I saw like the few that you like took videos of, and I was like, honestly,
What
love
were
Halsey.
doesn't she do like kind of like a surprise song
She
situation?
does a different set every night.
I love when artists do
Completely
that.
different every night.
I really love either a surprise like part, and I don't mean I love like 5 Seconds of Summer and Sabrina Carpenter. I don't mean like the bit one where you like flip like a bottle or like you dice.
Right, it's like there's obviously
It's
like two choices.
there's like
and
5.
they
I
decided
mean
it
ones
beforehand.
that like randomly out of nowhere, you better know the discography. I love when they do that stuff. Like it was so fun following along with the Eras tour and seeing like which ones were going to be next, or like any show where you know either the set list isn't the same every night or like there's a part of the set list that switches every night. She did that though. I feel like even on Hopeless Fountain Kingdom tour, all of a sudden she was doing Drive, and I was like,
She also did a pop punk version of Closer.
yes,
And
I
that was
have
awesome.
seen that. I have
was
seen that.
awesome. That was amazing.
That's so fun.
But the whole beginning of the
She
concert,
hates that song.
I know.
When we saw her at Summerfest with Logic, she did like a piano version. She's never doing the pop version of that song ever again.
No.
Which I get it.
It's the Chainsmokers.
Hey, I love that track. Watch it.
I get down with the Chainsmokers.
What did we tweet that one time? It was like, if I was Halsey's roommate
Back in Boulder, I'd
and
be
she
so
stole my
mad.
mattress, I would be so pissed off.
For me, it's like if it could be, it has been my favorite artists, and the Chainsmokers come in, and it's one of my skips by my favorite artist.
Oh, I always get down to the Chainsmokers.
I-
I'm sorry.
yeah,
They're
unfortunately-
cooking.
Halsey,
What
that
about the
skip,
5 seconds of
skip.
one? I liked that
Love
one.
them tatted on my wrist. Skip.
I liked that one with 5 Seconds of Summer. I thought that was a good one. Who do you,
I saw
what
the
was it called? Who do
Chainsmokers
you
at
love?
Chicago Pride one time. It was awesome.
That's
See, I
so
feel like
fun.
a Pride situation would be like, it's a free, like I'm not paying. Like,
We were
Oh, it
staying in
wasn't
Paris.
oh, then I wouldn't be there.
But I also saw Saucy Santana.
Oh,
I would pay
you
for
did?
that.
That's amazing.
I saw Saucy. This was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Saucy Santana, Monet Exchange, Shea Coulee was there.
Oh, that's a. Where
Priyanka.
was I?
I don't know. I went with Lexi. Shout out Lexi.
Oh my god, that lineup is
Yeah,
crazy.
and then the Chainsmokers headline.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I can't do the Chainsmokers.
Yeah. But Halsey was amazing. Also, the entire set and like the whole show was done, like the beginning half of the show was done by Broadway people. So
I love that.
It, like there was crazy set
Yeah.
pieces and choreography.
I have
and, like,
seen
story
the-
lines and boards and
The
everything.
martini glass dances. That I'm gonna fall for that bit every time. Anybody in that martini glass, I'm like,
Yeah.
Sold. I just think it looks so good. It's like so like sexy and chic and like timeless. Anytime anyone does it, I'm like, work.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, the sets did look really insane. I've seen like little posts about it on Twitter and stuff, and they looked so cool.
And I also saw Megan Thee Stallion, and she was amazing. But like, that's a given.
That's
Right.
And we saw Hosier.
We saw Hosier. I'm a big Hosier fan, I would say. I've seen every album toured. I didn't realize that until I didn't realize that until recently. But I really love his music. I really love his storytelling.
Also just a great performer.
Great performer.
I was showing Jordan songs after because I like really fell in love with him.
I just think he has like the voice of like genuinely a general. I feel like he's kind of slept on because I get that his music is not for everybody, but I feel like if you go through his discography, he has a song that everyone could like
and
really
Take
get
Me to
down
Church
to.
is just one of the best songs ever.
Oh my god!
You also said that
I
too,
did say
right?
that, yeah.
Full body goosies during Pride Month, and then he said Happy Pride. He had the Pride flag and the trans flag, and like that. I just think anytime an artist does that, who's like not necessarily like a traditional like gay icon kind of artist, I think it just like means something.
I think he's a lesbian icon though.
I do have a coworker who has like one of those like Y2K collage shirts of him, and it just says Jesus on the bottom, and she wears it to work, which I can't believe we're allowed to do.
Is that blasphemy?
I was like, I don't know if we're allowed to, but I love that shirt. I do think, yeah, maybe he is a lesbian
Right?
icon.
You said that too, right? Or did someone else?
Did
say
I not?
that?
Was I not aware?
I think Hosier's a lesbian.
There were
icon.
lots of lesbians in that crowd. Yeah,
It's
he
like
had
how,
a
lesbians love Trixie and Katya.
fair. He had a B stage. We were pretty far. I mean, we weren't like super far back, but we weren't pit or anything. We had like seats at an amphitheater. But his visuals are so cool, and his voice just carries.
We were back there
so well.
to
I
see it
kind of
all.
felt that way during NoahCon too. I was like, I'm good on this lawn. I feel like there's certain artists that like, if an artist is good enough that you don't feel like you're missing anything all the way in the back, like that's how you know it's like a good artist. And we weren't even all the way in the back, but he did have a B stage that was like, there was this pole. That's what I was referencing earlier when you were talking about FKA. But like they like had this pole up, and we got to our seats, and we were like, it'd be really awesome if that pole wasn't there, because we were
trying
like
to see Gigi
right in the middle.
Perez.
Gigi Perez opened. You've interviewed her. You said she was great. She brought her sister out, which like tore at my heartstrings, and I was like really crying during that. Had to put the sunnies on. But she's so great. I'm really excited to see her again at Lala. She also did a
Can't wait for you to
great
see her.
performance. She was better than I thought she was going to be, just because sometimes like those like slower like or more like guitar hardy like songs, they don't always translate super well to like audiences. This was the perfect crowd. She was the perfect opener. Everybody was having a good time. I feel like my parents were super into it. My mom took this really cute video of me and Brady like singing and dancing to Sailor Song. It was really cute. She was like recording us like we were the concert.
It was like I went to Boys Town the other day, and the gnarly music video came on one of those those screens. And I was literally recording it like a concert.
And shout
I
out to
digress.
Cat's Eyes new EP also.
Yes.
I feel like there's some hits on that.
I know that we have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I feel like we should. But
Yeah, just shout out to that. If you haven't listened, I would give it a listen. It's completely different, I feel like, from their first EP.
we love gnarly.
Gnarly,
It's the only one I
MIA,
know, but-
I think is like, it needs to be in like a Fast and Furious movie. I've never seen one of those, but it sounds like it should be. Like,
Right.
it's really
I
good.
think
Game
I've
Boy
seen,
is
like,
fun.
a lot of them, so I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
And let you know.
We
The
love
Gabriella-
T-Girls and all the in-between girls.
Mean Girls, I feel like, once again, that was like a really good, it's having a moment as it should. I feel like we need more shout outs like that in music.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was our very long-winded Pride wrap-up podcast.
We had a lot to tell you.
There was a lot that
guys.
happened, you
There's more
guys.
on the list, but we'll
Yeah.
save it
We
for
can't
another
take
time.
breaks like that anymore. We come back and we have like a 4-hour podcast. It's the way we could have kept going much
Yeah,
longer, but
we
we
really
need to
could've.
stop.
But we need to go eat some Taco Bell
Yeah.
and watch the what video?
Fame is a gun.
Yes.
I also think we need to get Jordan onto some of the Cat's Eye EP.
Yeah.
I feel like
Can we at least start with Gnarly though?
Yeah. Oh, we can always start with Gnarly. That's one of my
Yes.
vocal sins. It is
What is the part you say?
making beats for a boring dumb bitch. I can't keep going. I'm gonna get in trouble. But like, it's really good. I was saying that one a lot, just all the time. I was like literally just like walking through my apartment. I would be like making beats for a dumb bitch, gnarly. I can keep going. Don't talk to me.
Yes. Well, I hope everyone had a gnarly Pride Month.
Yes.
Because I know we did.
We definitely had a gnarly Pride Month.
Yes. Okay. Well,
all right, guys. Groupie
see
Gang.
you guys next time.
We'll see you later.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Sorry, that was so long.
I just had the realization. I was like, oh, we went over an hour.
That you like, come on, you want